All right, I am in my author data file, and we just created a table, an official table out of this that we named author totals. Now we have the benefits available to us of having a table. We can do all kinds of sorting and filtering, and I'm going to demonstrate some of that, but we've noticed some problems with this data. First of all, I'm going to sort on column G here, just to show you how to sort very quickly. I'm going to take advantage of this drop-down arrow, and I'm going to sort largest to smallest. Notice I can see my top earners here, income earned, and it just sorted the whole table on that column that quickly. So that's one of the nice benefits of being inside of a table. As I look at this data, I see that I actually have some data that's probably not right. It's not good data. I see that I have somebody who has been under contract in a negative amount, and that's just simply not possible. So remember, we combined some data. We need to clean this data up a little bit. And so we decide that we're going to get rid of anybody in this data set whose years under contract is negative. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to years under contract, click in cell C1, drop down our list, and sort smallest to largest. Now notice we're no longer sorted on income earned. You can only, using these arrows, have one sort criteria in place at a time. So the minute we sorted under years on, under contract, income earned sort went away. Now what this did by going smallest to largest here is it's putting all of our negative values at the top of our list, and we've got about 40 of them. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're going to highlight those first 40 rows, all of those negative years under contract, and we're actually going to delete those records. Now it gives us a quick way to do that. If we right-click anywhere on our highlighted range of rows and go down to delete, we can delete them that way. Or if I haven't highlighted the whole row and I just highlight the data, okay, so let's highlight A2 through K40. A little too far. All right. So I don't have the whole row highlighted. When I right-click, notice that we have the option under delete to delete table rows. So I can do it either way. Okay? Both accomplish the same thing. Delete table rows. Okay, so now I've cleaned up that data. All 40 of those folks are gone. So with the data set still sorted from lowest to highest years under contract, we're going to verify that this was correct. And the first person in the list should be 1989, and it is. So we know that we got rid of the right data. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to sort the data by author ID and then by initial contract date. Okay, now I just told you a moment ago that you can't use these arrows to do a multiple column sort like that, but let me demonstrate just one more time. We want to sort by author ID and within author ID by initial contract date. So let's try it. We'll go to author ID. We'll go from smallest to largest. Okay, and I've got some duplication. See here, I've got two authors with the number 1013. Within that, I want to now sort on initial contract date here so that the oldest is first. All right, so I'll drop that down and I'll pick oldest to newest. And see, that didn't work. The minute I did that, it sorted everything on that initial contract date. It didn't leave author ID sorting in place. So how do we do this? Okay, Well, what we need to do is a custom sort. So on our Home tab, in the Editing group, you've got a drop-down list for Sort and Filter. And when you want to do a multi-column sort, you've got to go here to Custom Sort. Now the first thing we want to do is sort by author ID, smallest to largest. Okay? And then, if you notice in the top here, we have a button that says Add Level. We'll add a level, and we'll pick Initial Contract Date, and we'll change that to oldest to newest. That will put our oldest value first. So here I've been able to specify multiple column criteria, and I could keep adding levels if I wanted to. I'm going to click OK, and now let's look at our situation. We're sorted by author ID again, and down here now in the 1013 duplicates, my oldest one is first within that. See? 2003 and then 2006. If I scroll down a little more and look at my 1034s, I have 4 of those, 4 duplicate author IDs for 1034. Within that then, I am subsorted by contract date. Oldest is first. Now the reason we did that is because the Human Resources Department wants us to get rid of duplicates, but they want us to keep the oldest record. And so when you do a deletion of duplicates, it keeps the first one. So if we sorted by oldest, that means that it's going to keep the first one it encounters, which is the oldest contract date, and that's going to fit our criteria. Okay, now just to refresh you on this capability, if I wanted to make it easier for me to see what's going to be deleted over here in the author ID column, because I can scroll down here and I can kind of watch for duplicates myself, here's another good time to use your conditional formatting. So what I'm going to do is click on A2 and highlight all the way through A1035. There's got to be a quicker way to do that. Do I have a range name for author ID? I do, see? So that saved me a lot of time. Remember, your range names have a lot of inherent value. Okay, so I've highlighted those cells. I'm going to go up here to Conditional Formatting, Home tab, Styles, Conditional Formatting, and I'm going to create a Highlight Cells rule. Notice there's an option for duplicate values. So I can highlight duplicate values. I'm going to make them yellow. When I click OK, now notice it's not as difficult for me to find those duplicates. Okay, they are all yellow and pretty obvious to see. All right, now, if the deduplication works correctly, then the first record for each duplication is going to be maintained and kept, and everything else is going to be thrown away. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on our table and go up under the Data tab, and in the Data Tools area, they have a feature called Remove Duplicates. Now, you get to specify which columns duplicates you want to get rid of. And so I'm going to unselect everything and only check author ID, because that's where we've got duplicate information. We want it to be looking there. Okay. When I click OK, it's going to go through the author ID column, find the duplicates, only keep the first record that matches, and get rid of everything else. Okay, so we'll click OK. And 222 duplicate values were removed. I click OK. And if I wanted to do a quick check and see if there are any duplicates there, what could I do? Well, I could do a quick conditional formatting. have it highlight any duplicate values in the column and make them red. Click OK. There shouldn't be any, and a quick scan shows me there's no duplicates there in the author ID. There'd be red then. So it got rid of all the duplicates, and we've got good data now. All right, so now you know how to use a table a little bit. You've done some sorting, you've worked with deleting rows in a table, we've learned about the capacity to conditionally highlight duplicates, remove duplicates. So tables are really easy to work with.